Good afternoon, America. How y'all doing today? Got a really important message, and this is something that's really been on my mind and my heart a lot lately. And I know that a lot of people have good intentions, and they just want to be part of the solution to some of these problems that we have going on in our country, in our society. But without the proper information, they can actually continue to be part of the problem, even though they're trying to become part of the solution. And a lot of this can be fixed by awareness, raising your level of consciousness, and just understanding, and putting yourself in other people's shoes and understanding what they may be going through. So what I'm specifically referring to is people that are suffering as a part of this obesity epidemic. People that are, anywhere from 100 to 200 to even more, overweight than that. And of course, I was, the same way. So I want to ask you guys a question. You don't have to answer it in the comments or anything. Just want you to answer it honestly right now with yourself. Okay? When was the last time that you went into a Walmart or a store and you saw somebody severely overweight or in bad health and they had a shopping cart full of soda or chips or whatever, and you walked by and you just secretly kind of judged them, like shaking your head like, I can't believe they would do that? It's all good. I used to do the same thing, right? Because I felt entitled. And I felt like because I had achieved a certain level of health, that everybody should achieve a certain level of health. And because I care about my health, that everybody should care about their health. And the fact of the matter is that what's good for one person may not be good for another. And you guys have heard me talk about this again. So what is this actually doing, right? When we're actually sitting there and ridiculing people and passing judgment and, on the way other people live their lives, a couple things are going on. One, if you see any kind of problem, okay? If you see a problem in somebody else, 10 times out of 10, you have that problem in your own life in a certain aspect. So maybe they're not taking care of themselves with the food they're eating, and maybe you're in good shape, but when was the last time you went out and drank for 2 days in a row? When was the last time you treated your body like shit? I guarantee you that in one area of your life, you are treating your body like shit, and that's why you see and judge somebody else doing that, okay? Another thing is information is huge. If you guys have the information to look the way you want and take care of yourself, thank your lucky stars, because it's becoming more rare, on a daily basis. And now 90% of the information out there is garbage. It's bullshit, right? And so you have people that are overweight, that are buying supplements, that are spending money on weight loss shakes, and they're not getting the results. That's why what I teach and what I do is so powerful, because I get results for people that nobody else got results for. All right? So another thing, hey, I used to do MLM. I'm fine with it. There's some good companies and everything. If you guys are affiliated with some multi-level marketing weight loss company, and you guys are now putting yourselves in a position to be able to coach people on their health and nutrition because you spent a couple $100s to enroll in a company that now you're a qualified health professional, wrong again. If you don't know, the best thing that you can do is shut your mouth. We already have a massive amount of misinformation out there. And by you telling people to, giving people advice for something that you're not professionally certified in or you're not actually educated in is just as bad, even though your intentions may be to help. You are furthering the problem. You guys, a lot of these people don't know how to take care of themselves. Because trust me, I've had enough conversations with people suffering from this that they desperately want change. Desperately. 80% of them are terrified, you guys. They are terrified. Worst fear to go into a gym and work out. Because of the judgment and the criticism that we put on these people. Because of the way society has told us that we must look a certain way. These people are terrified to go into the gym. They are so afraid that if they go in there and start working out, then they're not going to fit in, that they're going to be ridiculed. And, another thing is we have all these, cliquey groups in all the gyms and CrossFit. And you know what? I love CrossFit. It's great. It brings back a lot of things. It does, and you have good friends, and that's cool that you have good friends in there. But it doesn't mean that you have to close things out. Maybe you guys don't think that, hey, we're not accepting somebody else into our group, but that's the way they view it. That's the way they view it. So understand it from their viewpoint, that they don't feel like they fit in. So go the extra mile to make them feel, to fit in. When I see somebody overweight at the gym, kicking butt, doing what they do, I go over and say, hey, man, I'm a really high-paid personal trainer. I would love to give you any advice that I could right now. How are things going for you? I just want you to know that I'm incredibly proud that you're even in here, giving it everything that you have. That's the motivation that these people get to hear. That's what they deserve to hear. Not pointing fingers and looking at them and saying, oh, you're eating all that processed food, you're drinking all that soda pop, look at you, you can walk, you're in a shopping cart at Walmart. This is furthering the problem. And if you are outside of yourself, focused on what somebody else is doing and how somebody else is living their life, it is a direct reflection that you have too many issues that you're afraid to look at, and you won't look in the mirror, brother. You won't look in the mirror. So you got to sit there and point fingers at other people. If you're criticizing and judging the rest of the world, you're just face the facts. You're too afraid to look at yourself. Let's be part of the solution and not part of the problem. Let's educate people. Let's not point fingers. Let's give people the right information and quit hustling and pushing fucking products. This is Tyson James Lee, reminding each and every one of you to be about that action boss.